Movie posters. You've seen them, but only very few people actually care about them. But I want to change that, which is why I'm letting you know that I'm the first person on all of YouTube to make a video talking about this niche subject. Okay, it's been sort of a niche trend recently, but I've always wanted to make a video talking about movie posters, as stupid as it sounds, and I still have my own 2 cents on this topic. I also want to use this video to mourn the loss of my Letterboxd Patreon subscription, which I unfortunately had to cancel because I wanted to save money for the future or some responsible adult crap like that. So, what makes a good movie poster? Some might say high quality artwork, great composition, or even just showing what's in the movie itself. But what I find to be the make or break element of a movie poster is its personality and energy. Movies themselves are a visual medium, and thus they don't just try to tell a story, but do so with a distinct visual and audible style. I think the best posters aren't the ones that just show what's in the film, but also displays the film's style, representing its character, if you will. Take my favorite movie poster of them all, for example, Into the Spider-Verse. The movie is already incredibly in your face about its character, and I think the poster reflects that perfectly. I don't even have to describe it. You'll get it just from looking at it, which is exactly my point. Hell, as you can see, I even got this poster on my wall. Got it from Walmart for like $5. You can be sure, if I found this in Germany, it'd probably cost twice as much. Oh, this? I got this one at the same time, purely to act as a companion poster for the Into the Spider-Verse one. Yeah. Sadly, Across the Spider-Verse didn't get the same treatment as its predecessor. Don't get me wrong, this poster is good, but not as good as I would have liked it to be. You have multiple parts coming together, but it just doesn't represent the movie's style as well as Into the Spider-Verse's poster. There are a few other posters, including the obligatory post-Endgame Floating Heads poster, which really doesn't work. I get that everyone on this planet has already bitched about Floating Heads posters, but for good reason. They're so boring. Mostly because every movie has one now. There's nothing unique about it. I'll admit it, the composition is great, but it fails to represent what makes a movie itself. They are great for Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, but those movies earned them, and it also fits them with their huge casts. The poster of Across the Spider-Verse that I went with on my Letterboxd before my Patreon subscription ran out, however, is pretty much just a reformatted frame from the movie. Sounds lazy, but logically speaking, doesn't something directly from a movie represent it well? Take the poster for the Banshees of Inisherin, for example. It's straight up just a frame from the final scene of that movie. While managing to not spoil anything, this single image manages to capture the tension from the end of the movie very well, and sparks intrigue for the people who haven't seen the movie yet, and triggers an emotional response for those who have seen it. It's kinda like a painting in a way. You look at it and you ask yourself, how does this make me feel? I think that itself is an attribute of a great movie poster. From one movie poster showing two people looking off at the sea, depicting the final scene, to another. The poster for the end of Evangelion has to be one of the most iconic ones out there. It has certainly been parodied to hell and back, especially in YouTube thumbnails. But rarely do I hear actual praise for this poster design, which I find disappointing, because this is really one of the greats. It manages to perfectly convey feelings of loneliness and longing, with Shinji and Asuka staring off at the face of either Rei or Karu, It becomes harder to tell the longer you look at it. Either that or I'm just mad, which is quite probable considering I watched the end of Evangelion. And all that, just for the sequel to an Adam Sandler movie about Christmas/Hanukkah. Continuing on with weep shit, Hayao Miyazaki. Only last winter did we get to see Miyazaki's last, but not last, film, How Do You Live? But if you look at how it was marketed in Japan compared to the rest of the world, there is a stark difference in presentation, and its posters reflect that. In Japan, they really wanted to build an aura of mystery, with the poster being intentionally vague and interpretable. G-Kids thought that wouldn't sell in the West though, so the movie got renamed and the posters we got over here were made to try to reveal as much as possible, to show this is a whimsical adventure movie. If you like that, please get your ass into the theater seat. I'll say I definitely prefer the former. I think mystery is a big enough part of the movie's identity for this poster to be a better representation of the movie, whereas the boy and the heroine posters, like the localized name, are too generic in my opinion. Like, they look like they're for a 7 out of 10 movie and not a near masterpiece by a famous auteur. The minimalism is just better. Minimalism can be quite great for posters that warrant it, but it isn't always for the better. Case in point, Everything Everywhere All at Once. You've probably already heard about how this post is amazing with its maximalism, and I have nothing more to add to that, but go into the other direction and make a minimalistic poster? Ew, no, this just looks wrong. I wonder which one they went for the Blu-ray cover. Oh! Yeah, this looks awful. It's like a floating heads poster, but without the appealing composition. Like, why is there so much negative space on both sides? What is this supposed to tell me about the movie? Compared with the main poster, and the difference in what they both try to say about the movie is night and day. Was this considered more marketable? Why couldn't we get the main poster for the cover? Oh wait, I'm just stupid. I should have just chilled out extra money and gotten the 4K. It seems to be a pattern where movies get the awful, more marketable, often floating heads, posters for Blu-ray and DVD covers, but they put the actually good posters on the cover of the 4K. Why do they do this? My guess is that because buying 4Ks is more of an investment, so the people that buy them make more confident purchasing decisions, which means they don't really make sales from covers grabbing customers' attention. Even though this is a lot more attention grabbing. When a movie releases physically, I do wonder what poster they are going to use for the cover. Like when Nope was coming out physically, it would have to use one of these two posters. It's a safe bet. I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but this is truly the cardinal sin of movie posters. What does this tell me about the movie? That Daniel Kaluuya and KK Palmer are in it? Well, they are great in the movie, but what distinguishes Nope from any other movie these actors are in? Nope, at its core, is a mystery movie, so you'd think something as vague as these posters would be more enticing to people who would be more interested in it. But nope, just slap the faces of the actors on the cover and call it a day! There are often differences between the DVD and Blu-ray covers. For instance, the poster used for the Blu-ray cover of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children is pretty good. Sure, it oversells Sephiroth, considering he's barely even in the movie, and they completely assassinated his character, but it does a good job of showing off the movie's vibe and stuff. The poster they used for the DVD cover, however, just screams bootleg. I can't really put my finger on why, But this looks like you're trying to buy Advent Children off the black market, or even shadier places like Temu. These posters are the ones I really felt like talking about, but because I feel like it, movie posters I really like: Lightning Round, La La Land. Yeah, this poster just depicts a specific scene from the movie, but it's aesthetically pleasing, damn it! Just like the movie itself. Stand By Me. This one's just got the vibes. The Fablemans. They really captured Spielberg's journey and legacy in just one image, huh? Alien. I've seen some people on Letterboxd change the post on this, and I just want to say that these people should be banned from watching movies. You can't really top this. Bo Burnham's Inside. He really just managed to make an empty room evoke so much emotion. Huh. At the end of the day, some may ask, why do you care so much about something as trivial as movie posters? Well, it's because I'm not a consumer. I don't just consume movies and then let go of that experience. As somebody who is fascinated with the art, I like to engage myself with material outside of the movie itself. These posters may just be simple pieces of marketing material, but they can also be a tremendous effort trying to condense a whole movie with all of its style, complexity, and nuance into just one image. When I have my own place and a stable job, I'd love to drown any wall in any appealing movie poster I can find. But for now, these Spider-Verse ones are pretty cool. My local cinema has also recently started giving away posters for certain movies for free. Like, I got this Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 poster, and this poster for Disney's Wish that I picked up purely because it was free. As you can clearly see, I didn't even bother putting this one up on my wall. But yeah, I could be talking about movie posters all day. They're really such a fascinating aspect of cinema, truly an essential part of the experience. Why else would someone like me care about them so much? Huh? What's this? Oh! Oh, come on, not again!